You're right there guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the Ultimate RTG. We haven't had an episode for a couple of days now, but we are back and we are ready to smash it out. So we've made the new signing of Marco Reus. Literally the best cam on the game. And I'm not talking about playing a player out of position like Neymar, Ronaldinho, move them into a central spot in game. I'm on about someone that is actually a cam, and if you've got the correct players around him, he's going to receive 10 chem, and it is Marco Reus. On the Friday, we started the weekend league off very well. Everything was clicking, and then on the Saturday, well, what happened was it was it the Friday? Was it the Saturday? I know one of the days I stayed up and I was watching the UFC. I wanted to see how CM Punk could perform, and he got absolutely battered again. And then on the Saturday, I believe, yeah, it must have been the Saturday, no, the Sunday, because it got extended. Oh, that's why I'm getting myself confused. So on the Saturday, it was the day that I stayed up, and then Sunday I wasn't playing very well at all, and then on Monday, that was the turnaround, and we did go and smash it out. But there isn't really much to play for if you're just a casual player right now, whereas in my case, with the most recent upgrades, Patrick Vieira, Ruud Gullit, and bringing in Reus, it gives me something to play for, and I've been loving Ultimate Team, just coming up against those that are left in the weekend league that are competitive players, and when the connection is good, it's actually enjoyable because I can test my ability against some of the best players that are left on the game, and that is just great practice going into FIFA 19. But if you guys are wanting me to give you a little comparison, like comparing Reus to Kevin De Bruyne, because I was saying to you that De Bruyne is up there with one of the best cams on the game, I think it just comes down to personal preference. There isn't much in it. But if you're looking at the pace and dribbling that Reus can provide, it is better. And that's one of the reasons why I like him, because they both can shoot, they have really good physicality, and their passing is pretty much identical. It's very hard to tell who's the better passer of the ball. So Reus for like 500,000, 600,000 coins, go out and buy him. But before you do that, keep in mind that we have a weekend league requirement coming up, which is One Nation, and then the following week, we've got the same requirement. So players like Reus, De Gea, pretty much my club. I need to start clearing it out and freeing up coins to go and purchase the necessary upgrades. I am screwed, by the way. I am forced to build a Brazilian side because my untradables, Neymar, Ronaldo, I was going to say Pele. Pele is who I'm trying to get my hands on right now, because defensively I can go and pick up Thiago Silva and those guys. But who am I going to use in that cam position? Do I go on the market and bring in Firmino? Firmino isn't going to feel as good as Reus. Oh man, I'm looking forward to it though. It just freshens things up, and it's a good thing for the game. But when the World Cup comes out, there is a lot that's going to be added, not only to regular foot, but with the World Cup. I'm feeling that they're going to have specific SBCs for man of the match cards, and then as well as that, they're going to be upgrading players. That could be pretty damn sweet. So like I said, I'm going to be clearing out the club, probably do that later tonight on stream, get rid of all of my 83s, 84s. De Gea's gone. Reus, I'm going to have to sell. I have no choice. Won't be able to use him because we're going full Brazilian. So he's going to go. But you guys are seeing the last 10 games. I think you're seeing the last 10 games of the weekend league. Something happened that was really dodgy. De Gea was at fault, and it was one of those things that, of course, it has to happen to you. But ignoring that, we did score some fantastic goals. The team is literally the best team that I've used on FIFA. Having brought in Maldini, upgraded Vieira and stuff, is amazing to play with, and that's why I'm enjoying FIFA still. And I can understand that if you've just got like a regular side and you're coming up against very good players in the weekend league, you're not going to enjoy it as much. It's going to feel like a chore, whereas this team does carry me, and I've been like tweaking around with tactics and just enjoying everybody. It's just been awesome. So what I want to do right now is talk to you guys about some of the upgrades and who I'm wanting to really bring in. So I've got them on my screen. Let me switch over. You guys can still see the clips playing out. So in this Brazilian side, we have the two CDMs. I'm actually thinking about going for Luis Gustavo instead of Alan, who is more or less like a left centre mid. Instead of an out and out CDM, I'd much prefer him to use him in like a 4-1-2-on-2, whereas the formation that we're using right now is the 4-2-3-1, and I was playing some really good FIFA in it towards the end. I'm thinking, let's get 2 actual CDMs. Fabinho is 100% a guaranteed purchase, and then the next one I'm thinking Luis Gustavo. He's got himself a very nice card, 78 pace, 93 defending, 92 physical, his passing stats, his dribbling stats, and I don't think he is that slow. And like, you got to keep in mind that not only do I have to meet these requirements, but everybody else. And they won't have like Hullet and Vieira in the same team, which is what I'm looking forward to. So as long as we bring in the correct players to dominate the midfield, maybe it's going to be a really good weekend league for me coming up. And that's what I'm looking forward to. In the defense, I think that I'm going to give Thiago Silva a try. Haven't used him that much on the game, but that team of the season card looks like it's going to suit my playstyle. And then alongside him, I've got no choice. I'm going to have to go with Marquinhos. Everybody else just doesn't feel good enough. Like Marcelo, that untradeable, I think I put him into the SBC in the end, or maybe I've still got him at the club. He just didn't really cut it for me. Naldo can't turn quick enough, so Marquinhos is the move. And then in goal, Ederson, I'm not using Alisson. Ederson has to be the guy. I know that Alisson will just choke for me, but looking at the fullbacks, well, Alex Telles, he's already in the side, so I'll continue using him. But in the right back position, I think I may even just play Felipe Luis off Chem. Or in fact, go on the market and purchase Matos and get him on full Chem. That is the decision that needs to be made. And then it really just comes down to the cam. Do I get enough coins from the weekly rewards this Thursday and look to do the Pele SBC, which is what I'm wanting to do, and we can get some good use out of him if these are the requirements. That's the thing. Firmino, Pele, I don't know who I want to go for right now. Probably, well, I do want to go for Pele, but I just don't have enough coins. So although this requirement is kind of cool, it's really annoying for me right now because I'm not in the position to go and purchase the players that I want. But we will sort it out, and I think that I'm going to balance like grinding out the World Cup RTG and fixing our side for this upcoming weekend league. But I've been really excited over the news that has come out regarding like FIFA 19, because you know how you have those in-game tactics on your D-pad, ultra defensive, part of the bus and all that. Well, I think they're actually going to get rid of it, well, or rename everything. So instead of you going defensive and it keeps the same formation, you're going to be able to assign custom tactics, formations for those specific tactics. Do you get what I mean? So if you put it in defensive, you might be in a 4-2-3-1. If you put it in ultra defensive, you may switch up to a 5-back in game. So that just makes it so much more difficult to like anticipate and judge like how the game is going to go if you're against an opponent that is switching up stuff as the game is playing out. Because most of the time, if your opponent presses start, you're going in the team management screen and flicking between your squad and their squad to see if they've switched up their formation, so then you can counter that. But like this, as it's in real time, you have no idea what your opponent is doing or what they're thinking, so they can catch you off guard. So one thing to know is that when you see a team and you've come up against them in the weekend league, you know that certain formations counter others. But as it's in game, I think that there won't really be an overpowered formation on FIFA 19. Because you don't really know what your opponent is going to be switching up to. So I think it's more down to your knowledge and the way that you can fill out a game. So if you have no idea what's going on or what you need to switch, it's going to be really tactical. And I'm looking forward to it because I believe that I've got a good understanding of what I need to change in the game. It's just I don't know what to change it when it comes to tactics. But if they really lay it out and let us know what we're working with, it's a positive move for the game. I can't wait. I think FIFA 19 is going to be sick. I just pray right now that the servers can cope with all of these new features. Time finishing, defending is going to be a little bit different from what people have been saying. Oh man, I am hyped for it. But as you can see, the last couple of games, we choked one of them, and I was a bit disappointed, man. I was 2-0 up in the game, and I was needing to win every single one of my last 10 to finish in Elite 1, and it just wasn't to be. 2-0 up, choked the game, fair play to my opponent, he got back into it, and he won eventually 4-2. But ignoring that, I was really proud with some of the goals that I was scoring, the way I was linking up, and I was keeping composure, and my defending, I felt like the pressure that I was putting on was pretty much perfect for my style. And then inside and around my opponent's box, instead of rushing it forward, I was actually playing the pass backwards and I was controlling the game. And I think that's what it comes down to. I try and focus so much on formations, tactics, and I do believe that is a part of my side and a part of my own game that I need to improve on. But in certain matches, looking back at my clips, most of the time it doesn't make any difference what formation I'm using. It's my actual play style, and I'm trying to force the ball up to my strikers way too much instead of just looking for that simple pass backwards to hold on to possession for a second, allow my opponent to come out a little bit, and then pick them apart. So I know that that's what I really want to improve on going into FIFA 19, but the mission, the task, and what I'm going to set myself to achieve on FIFA 19 is to be a consistent top 100 player. So FIFA 17, that was the start of the journey. I was learning the game and understanding what FUT Champs was all about. On FIFA 18, we started to be a consistent Elite 1 player and dropping into the top 100 on the odd occasion. For FIFA 19, I am really going to push, and I'm dedicated to get a lot better at the game and just to be like stress free. I know that still top 100 guys, they stress, but if I take my game to that next level, then most of the games that I go into, I would expect to win, and that's what I want to achieve, because right now I'm just an elite player. I know it's very good, and some of you guys are struggling to get into elite, but that's why you should start pushing yourselves and start bettering your own game. And that's what I want to achieve on FIFA 19, hopefully. But there we go, we have choked Elite 1, one game off, but the recovery on the Monday was actually awesome, and I was really happy with the way I played. So we're getting some fantastic rewards this Thursday. I'll go back to the team and show you what I'm actually trying to sell, and yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the goals and all that good stuff. Let's go back to the team. So not only are we going to be missing Vieira from our weekend league side, but on top of that, Rio, Maldini, De Gea, Hullet, it is the foundation as to why the team plays so well, and we won't have that. It's going to be incredibly difficult to go back to a team like this. Even though they're team and a season cards, these guys are just a level above. Thiago Silva, Marquinhos, we did speak earlier in the video about some of the signings that I was looking to bring in, and if the requirement is going to be set for the next couple of weekend leagues, well, I've seen 2 weeks, it might be 3 weeks, it might be 4 weeks. Would it be a good idea to put players like Messi towards a Pele? We're going to have to get rid of the Bushi. The Bushi won't be able to get into our team, and he's extinct right now. And what's his price range? 70k? Hold on a minute. They lowered his price range? That makes no sense. Why the hell did they lower his price range? So I lose coins? What the hell? They actually lowered his price range. That is so dumb. EA, I'm not going to sell him then. EA, you up his price range to what I paid. Otherwise, I ain't getting rid of him. Put it that way. Well, I will get rid of him. The hair is 40k. 30! The hair is 30k. Okay, well that tells me that no one's going to be building a full Spanish team. We have lost a ton on De Gea. Well, he served us well though. So I'm going to have to pray that we get some awesome rewards this Thursday. If they don't give us some fantastic players, at least give us like Luis Gustavo towards this team, or a Marquinhos or someone like that we can get. What are you guys going with if you are still playing the weekend league, of course? But that is going to be it from me, boys. I'll be streaming later tonight. Well, as this video has gone live, that's when we are on Twitch. Link in the description, and at the top of the comments, I will post the Twitch link, twitch.tv/Fuji720p. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Team out. Peace.